What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Magic and Andrew MMA betting show. We've got episode 112, UFC Vegas 99. Anthony Hernandez. See, I'm rusty. It's been a while. Anthony Hernandez taking on Michel Pereira. Before that, going to start with the first fight of the night and work our way up. Magic, as always, kick us off with Bellis Despaigne versus Austin Lane.
Yeah, this is us. I mean, I have nothing. I don't get why people are betting Austin Lane here. I mean, I get why, but like, what are you doing with your life? Is he 25% here? Like, he's one of the worst to ever do it. I bet Waldo big against this fraud plus 200 or plus 180. I don't even remember. I bet him big, and everybody was acting like I was insane. Me and the other people taking Waldo because this is like the next big thing from Cuba. And now he gets taken down in one fight by a decent fighter like Waldo Cortez Acosta is a legit fighter in my opinion. Austin Lane is not a legit fighter. Like, I have nothing on the fight. I honestly think Austin Lane is going to get knocked out in like 30 seconds. If you ask me for an outcome, if you bet him, good luck. Like, Austin Lane beating this guy would be the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, I actually would advocate for a bet on Austin Lane here. I know that he's not as good as Waldo, but he had the right idea against Jonathan Denise in his last fight. Took him down, controlled him for a round. I think Denise is better than Bellis. I mean, it's a numbers game here. Like, is Despaigne rightfully favored? Yeah, probably. He's a way better striker. We've seen Lane get KO'd a bunch, but the fact that he was able to get a takedown in that fight and ride out the round, like, Despaigne got taken down, but I bet Waldo too. And Despaigne literally got taken down in 20 seconds with like a joke of a double leg. I think that could happen again here. I really do.
I mean, I get that he has the right idea, but he has no skills. Like, I have the right idea how to beat Shafkat. I cannot do it.
Yeah, I mean, is Denise a better or a worse wrestler, grappler, fighter than Despaigne? I think Denise is probably better than Despaigne.
Yeah, but the Spain is gigantic. Like, he has zero
Yes.
grappling skills, but he's gigantic. Like, you could see Waldo was struggling to just control him at times. You know what I mean? He was more worried about keeping his back and his shoulders on the mat than actually doing anything.
Lane's a little bigger than Waldo too.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how this is going to go exactly. Okay, he's going to get a double leg and then get reversed somehow and get pounded
That
out.
could happen.
Like, it's like a lock.
It could happen. Like, I could see it. I just think the line's a little wide.
Could be.
Melissa Martinez versus Alice Arlane. I'm picking Martinez here. She's had a couple of years off, I think, after an ACL surgery. But before that, she was favored against Elise Reed. Close fight. Reed won. But even on the regionals, like, I think she fought, I don't know if it was in Bellator against Yanez, who tried taking her down a bunch, and her get-ups looked good in that fight. And that was, she was super young in that fight. I expect her to be improved now. Arlane, not much of a striker. Like, she'll try and get takedowns, I guess, and maybe she'll get a couple, but I just can't really see her competing much on the feet here. I thought her cardio looked bad in her last fight. I mean, she fought Shauna Bannon, who is not exactly like a high caliber fighter. I also just kind of like how Martinez digs for underhooks into clinch. I think she's going to win this. What about you?
Yeah, I kind of agree with the line. I feel like the under is big. I'm ready to be disgusted, but I think that this under is big. Like, this has big meme potential. The stripper wins all her fights by meme finish. Or I'm not sure if she's a stripper, but she has an OnlyFans or something. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's from Romania. That's like playing football here. You need to have an OnlyFans. She's bad at MMA, but she's like the bottom armbar is the natural predator of the bad MMA fighter. You know what I mean? Like, will you be shocked if Julieta Martinez gets not Julieta Martinez, but that's the girl from Contenders. What's her name? Melissa Martinez. Melissa Martinez gets a knockdown here and gets armbar. Like the Mopoulos against, I don't know, which was that? Dinju Frey, maybe? No.
Who is it?
Oh, the Mopoulos against the Argentinian girl. You bet the Argentinian girl, yeah. She almost died and then got an armbar.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And also, this girl, like, she can punch a little bit. You know what I mean? And the Ardelean on the feet is kind of tragic. So, yeah, this is going to be a funny fight. I just hope it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's going to be bad, but there are entertaining bad fights and just women's fight. I hope this is an entertaining one.
Yeah, I hear you. Reed Penne, what do you got?
Elise Reed,
Yes, that's the one.
I have nothing here. I also like I really want to bet this under too. I don't know if I mean I haven't done it, but maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Like this is like Jessica Penne is like done. Like the last fight against Richie, that was bad. She made Richie look like Gervonta Davis. That was crazy. And then she got tapped like nothing. Reed is not a good grappler. I could see both finishing in horrible fashion. Like this is another bad fight. Like this card is not great. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I have
I have
nothing on
nothing
it.
here either.
I think you have to favor Reed. Like she probably can stay up and I don't know pot shot her if she's smart. But it's a women's fight. She probably ends up in a knock work clinch and gets tapped or something. Expect the stupidity. Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing here. I favor Reed just on age, activity, leg kick upside, but she's a pretty bad defensive grappler. If Penne gets on top, she could potentially do some damage. I'm just all around passing here. Edwards versus Vidal. Do you have anything? Is this fight still happening? I know that Edwards missed weight.
I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing here either.
Like Edwards should win, but if you are paying minus 275 on Jocelyn Edwards, you need to seek help. Go to the hospital. Talk to a psychologist. She's
Yeah,
all time stupid.
that's about my breakdown too.
I mean, she's huge. She could probably get into the clinch and trip her down or something and just win the fight. But women's MMA, the gift that keeps on giving. Edwards probably fights her way into a split or something.
Yeah, I'm picking Edwards here. I have nothing. Katona versus Matsumoto. I think Matsumoto is the rightful favorite. I think he's a better striker, probably a little bigger, but maybe Katona could mix in a couple takedowns, make it close. He throws a lot of volume on the feet, but he also gets hit a lot. Yeah, I expect a relatively close fight, but I think Matsumoto is going to win. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Like, Matsumoto is who Katona would be if he was talented. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I would have liked to play for Real Madrid as a striker, but I wasn't fast enough. It's the same. Like Katona is not a good athlete. Just works very hard and has a huge head and takes the hits and pushes pace. I think Matsumoto is better at everything. Like how does Katona win?
Probably just like a close striking fight where he mixes in a couple takedowns, wins a decision.
I don't think he has much grappling upside, if anything. Like the Argueta fight was a great look for Matsumoto. That was quite impressive. So yeah, I think he should win here. But I'm confident in saying Matsumoto is going to win, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wins dominantly or just straight up kills the guy. But this is not the fight you want to go to the judges in the apex. I don't know. You never know which side Michael Bisping is on. This could get into an ugly split with the big guys like, oh, Katona is doing great work here, and Katona throwing 300 strikes and landing nothing, and Bisping going, oh, what a right hand by Katona, and then you lose the split. You know what I mean? He needs to stop betting on the fights, Michael Bisping.
Mateus Nikolai versus Asu Almabayev. This is a pretty interesting fight. Nikolai coming off getting finished twice. Lastly against Alex Perez in the main event. Before that, Brandon Royval. But it's interesting. He was favored in both those fights against two of the top guys in the division. Now he's a pretty sizable underdog here against Almabayev. Almabayev, pretty good grappler. I don't think he's a great wrestler by any means. We saw Jose Johnson reverse him a couple times. It's tough because Nikolai hasn't fought a lot of proactive grapplers, but he does have a black belt, and at 125, people are just, in general, a little bit harder to hold down than other divisions. On the feet, I think Nikolai is better, but he's gotten dusted a couple times lately. Almabayev, I don't think much of as a striker. I think it's a close fight. I think it's dog or pass, though. What about you?
Yeah, I think you are going to bet Nicolau and be very disappointed when he randomly dies.
Yeah, I mean, he could. He's gotten knocked out a few times now, and it's 125 where guys aren't exactly hitting like.
Yeah, I bet on Royval by finish, and I bet on Perez by finish against him. Like he's a very skilled guy, but people love pretending that Mateus Nicolau is Floyd Mayweather, and he's not. He gets hit, and he has absolutely no chin. Like, he's one of the guys I would put out with a free shot like 100%. He cannot take a punch, bro. It's kind of crazy. Like any good punch he takes, he's going down. Not down, but down bad. Like he starts dancing or goes out. He's been knocked out 5 times, I think. In the UFC, at least 3 or 4 times. Roybal, Alex Perez, Dustin Ortiz knocked him out with a head kick that didn't even land. It landed on the hand. I remember that fight. His chin may be done. Very, very talented fighter, very skilled everywhere, but he just fades. Like even when he's winning, the last round is usually a struggle. You know what I mean? Almabayev is not the most refined fighter anywhere. Like not in his grappling, not in his strength. He's like a super technician, but he's a powerhouse. Pushes pace, can punch and throws and can take a punch. So yeah, I think Almabayev is going to win.
Darren Alkins versus Daniel Pineda. I'm taking Alkins here. Obviously, he's a liability on the feet. Pineda could finish him. Pineda has the finishing upside, especially early, but I don't like Pineda's wrestling. I don't like his cardio. Everyone says Alkins is old, but Pineda's old too. He's 44 pro fights, never won a decision. I don't give him much decision equity. Yeah, I mean, I think Alkins is going to win.
Yeah, it's crazy that Darren Elkins is the favorite in a UFC fight in 2024.
I'll do you one better. Darren Elkins in 2024 has won 2 of his last 3 fights.
Yeah, against who?
Tristan Connolly and TJ Brown.
Title run incoming.
Tristan Connolly beat Michel Pereira, who's fighting in the main event this card.
That doesn't tell me anything. Like Michel Pereira is not a good win.
Yeah. Yeah, in all seriousness, like obviously, Pineda could finish him. I just don't like Pineda's cardio or wrestling, so I'm picking Elkins.
I think maybe it's just my imagination, but Pineda is going to be huge next to him, right?
Who?
Pineda is much bigger than Elkins, or maybe it is just in my head.
He probably is. Let me look.
I mean, maybe not taller, but the guy is a tank.
No, Elkins is taller and longer.
The Mamba, Darren Elkins.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pineda is going to win the fight, and I honestly believe if he doesn't win this fight, he should go to jail. Like this is the easiest fight he's got in ages. Come on, he fought good people. Darren Elkins is shot. It's a miracle that he won his last fight. It's just because he fought TJ Brown, who is like the ultimate shit the house fighter. Like Elkins' chin is gone. I mean, I respect the guy a ton because he's not very skilled. He's a good grappler, good wrestler, very good scrambler, pushes a pace, but the guy is like done. He's taken so much damage. Like the Cap Swanson fight was depressing. The guy has no chin whatsoever, and also he puts himself in positions to get takedowns that when he's fought a really good grappler, he's been punished for it. You know what I mean? Like Charles Oliveira insta-tapped him. Pineda has one of the best guillotines in the game. I think that's going to be very live at this early. I wouldn't be surprised if Elkins can get his thing going, but if Pineda loses this, he should get cut, honestly. Like, this is a good look good spot for him, in my opinion. I wouldn't be shocked if Elkins, like, comes out, Pineda does his thing, gets taken down for 4 minutes, and then round 2, Pineda just touches him and he dies or something like that. Like, I get what you are saying. I could see Elkins getting his thing going, but I just feel like there are going to be so many chances for Pineda to basically end this.
Yeah.
And he just needs to be right once.
Makes sense. Anything on Hadley versus Smotherman? I know Smotherman came in on late notice. Hadley's a pretty big favorite. I would imagine Hadley has pretty meaningful grappling upside here, but I haven't done a lot of work on this fight yet.
Yeah, Hadley by knockout is surprisingly low. I think it's because Smotherman got knocked out in the Contender Series versus the Greek Bum that then proceeded to suck in the UFC. He's a big favorite. Like if you are going to bet Hadley, you take him to finish, right? He's minus 500. Jake Hadley inside is like minus 130, something like that. Last time I checked. It's not like a Smotherman is a bum, but I mean, if Hadley is covering minus 500, that means he has knocked him out or he's on top. He should be the much better grappler. I mean, yeah, Hadley should look good here. I honestly had high expectations for him when he joined the UFC, but he's been quite disappointing so far.
Sumadarji taking on Charles Johnson. I agree with Johnson being the favorite here. Sumadarji, good striker. He's long, but he's just such a tragic grappler. And I think if Johnson pursues it, he could get takedowns here. On the feet, probably competitive. But yeah, I think just given the grappling upside, you have to favor Johnson here just because if you look at Johnson's fights, he's fought a lot of good grapplers where it wouldn't really make sense for him to grapple, and he probably couldn't have if he wanted to, even if he wanted to. But here's a spot where, I mean, he should do it. So we'll see if he does do it. But yeah, I agree with him being favored here. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I respect Sumudarji. The guy doesn't know how to grapple. He didn't know how to grapple when he joined the UFC, and he doesn't know how to grapple now. I'm not entirely
that was
sure.
Years ago.
I'm not entirely sure he grapples in the gym. Like maybe he just tries to defend takedowns and never does jiu-jitsu because I don't think I have ever seen in the modern UFC someone so bad on the ground.
No, who's that guy? John Phillips versus who fought Kamzat.
No, but John Phillips does it in a different way. The Wells Mike Tyson. It's because he's like, you cannot pass John Phillips' guard because there is no guard. You know what I mean? He's just a big ball of energy. I mean, John Phillips somehow went 3 rounds with the Iron Turtle. I lost so much money there.
I forgot about that. And didn't Park not grapple at all? He just strikes it the whole time?
No, he controlled him on the ground for 15 minutes.
Oh, wait. Who fought Phillips and only struck with him? He won, but like he could have taken him down. Was it like Brendan? It was someone like that. Hang on.
I don't know. That was crazy. Bro, Park by submission was like plus 350. If they fought today, it would be minus 300. I can't believe I lost. I lost so much money that I was fuming.
Oh, it was it Jack Marshman that fight? And he won.
I don't know. I remember Strickland striking with Jack Marshman.
Yeah, that was
I think that's the fight. I also lost money there on submission.
That's the one I'm thinking of for sure.
Not serious people. You know what I mean? They disrespect John Phillips. You have to give it your all against John Phillips. Like Chimaev just went straight to business. Serious people.
Yeah.
I cannot believe they make John Phillips against Kamzat Chimaev.
I vividly remember I bet Chimaev inside the distance at like -2 something, and if they fought today, it'd be like minus $1 million.
I bet everything that was legally possible to bet under submission, inside, under everything.
Yeah,
I bet with one guy on Twitter he was going to get a takedown in 30 seconds. That was the fight.
Yeah, I remember that.
So good. The streets will never forget John Phillips.
Yeah. So anything else on the Sumadarji fight?
Yeah, the guy refuses to learn any grappling. So if Charles Johnson is smart, he probably grapples here. Like the guard passing is free. Like Matt Snell had like 7 concussions, and he took him down and passed. Like I've never seen anything like that in the UFC. Like that wasn't a pass. He just slided his knee and bouted him. The guy is flat on bottom. He's like a drunk girl. It's crazy. So yeah, I like fight. I mean, the under is surprising too, because if Mudarji doesn't straight up kill Johnson, which Johnson has been hit hard a couple times, but he never dies. The guy is impressive in that regard. So yeah, if nobody dies, Johnson is going to be on his ass bigly from round 2. And Johnson's performance against Jake Hadley was very impressive. Like he's become a very respectable fighter. You know what I mean? He used to be Charles Johnson plus 200. I will have to bet him. He's going to come on late. People or round 3. Now he's minus 250 almost. He's a decent fighter. He's going to stay around in the UFC.
Yeah. Co-main event, Rob Font versus Kyler Phillips. I agree with Phillips being a sizable favorite here. I think the under is a really good look on this fight. I think Phillips submission, plus 500 or whatever. We've seen how easy it is at this stage of Rob Font's career to grapple him. And Phillips isn't the kind of guy that's going to just stay in his guard. Like, he's going to look for the submission on top. If they stand on the feet, every Font fight's like the fact that more Font fights haven't gone under is like crazy. Like, there's so many fights where he's got like both eyes broken and his nose broken.
He's been finished once in his career.
Crazy. But yeah, I like under here. I think Phillips probably grapples him and submits him.
It's like, yeah, I like the doesn't go. I bet it, full disclosure. I would probably make that the Twitter bet or whatever. I'm ready for Rob Font to get knocked down 4 times, 3 submission attempts. He catches Phillips once, 2, goes the distance. Rob Font gets out of the building in an ambulance. That's exactly how it's going to happen. 5 combined knockdowns. Font has a beautiful jab.
He does,
and he always has his hand closed. I respect him for that. He's no shit-ass cheater. He has his feet closed. Boom, boom.
Who was that initially about? They've never fought someone with a functional jab.
I don't know.
Wait, I gotta think about this.
Man, Font was like the dark horse. I was sold on Font. I was very high on him. I bet so much on Font against Cody Garbrandt. And
yeah,
then
me too.
fucking Jose Aldo happened. That ruined everything. Also, Font won like 22 minutes of the Jose Aldo fight. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But he just got... And then Marlon Vera finished Font like 4 times in the same fight. That ruined everything. Font had a title shot inside him. That was sad. I mean, how do you expect me to answer that stupid question? People ask me these things on Twitter constantly, like, do you think I have an algorithm for this or something? Be honest, how much do you like this card for betting? Rated 110. Like, how do you answer this?
10. Always 10. Was it Giannis? All right, I found on Twitter, we were talking about it September of last year. But I don't know who it was about.
No, it was older.
Was it?
Yeah.
Anyway, main event.
I think maybe it was when we started discussing Strickland versus Adesanya. And I told you on Twitter that he no?
No.
Could be Giannis. Yeah, I don't know.
Main event, what are you thinking?
I honestly think, I'm not betting him, but I could see Font somehow winning this.
He'd have to pace him, I think, and like keep it upright. Yeah.
Kind of think it's going to look like a 50-50 fight, and then randomly Font starts dancing after a jab or something. I'm rooting for Font.
Yeah, you like him.
Yeah, main event, I don't know. Imagine picking that fraud Pereira.
If anyone would remember, it would definitely be Nick. He's a great memory of that stuff.
Like, Fluffy should be a much bigger favorite, I think, but okay. Pereira has 5 minutes to finish him, and if not, he's going to get... I mean, if Pereira doesn't finish Hernandez in 5 minutes, he's going to lose even his surname. Like, he's going to put him into a... I don't know. He's going to do the lavadora to him. How do you call this in English?
What?
The washing machine. Yeah, he's going to put him through the washing machine. That's a Fluffy's move. You know, when he has people down, but he never takes the back, he just keeps like rotating the front choke.
Yeah.
That's the washing machine. And he starts rolling with you and 7 guillotine attempts, and he keeps going. The washing machine. Change the sport. He's really good, man. Like, he's hittable in the beginning of fights, but maybe Dricus du Plessis he exists, but outside of Dricus, by far the best 5-round fighter in the UFC is Fluffy in the middleweight division. Do you know which fight will be absolutely hysterical? It's probably not going to happen, but I would like them to let Fluffy go for 25 minutes at Marvin Vettori. I want to see a thing.
Yeah. I'm picking Hernandez here too. I think you have to favor him over 5 rounds. I just don't really give Pereira any decision equity. I don't really give him much equity past the first couple rounds. I'm going with Hernandez. We're back.
That was short. If anybody
That was
had
very short.
questions,
What's your most confident take for this card? My most confident take for this card, this is going to be a good one, is that Rob Font gets knocked down 3 times and gets put in 7 rear naked chokes
and goes the distance, lives in an ambulance, saluting everyone. Like gives the thumbs up in the ambulance, like the F1 drivers. Yeah, I'm alive.
Well, I have not looked at that fight, but I could pretty much confidently assure you I won't be betting Shara as a favorite against anyone. I just don't think he's that good. I don't know if I'll bet Petrosia or not. I haven't even looked at the fight, but
I mean, I bet Trocoli against that crowd. So
does Pereira have any good wins? What's his best win, would you say?
I would have to check the record.
Maybe Chaos Williams?
Maybe Michal. Lord Michal.
Yeah.
Bro, if he doesn't have Michal was going to put him through the washing machine too.
Oh man, I haven't looked at any PFL. Do you want to talk about the Ngannou fight?
Yeah, I hope he loses badly. Like nothing personal, no hard feelings, but I hope he loses badly.
All bets aside.
He's just not a good person. Everybody acts like he's fucking Nelson Mandela, who also wasn't a good person. It's true.
It's funny.
Paul Hughes versus AJ McKee is the best fight of the weekend. I mean, who's higher? Yeah, McKee is always overpriced. Nobody wants to watch Evelyn versus Fabian Edwards too. I don't understand that, man.
Didn't he beat him pretty good though? I don't even remember. Didn't
he knocked him out in 3 rounds. But up to that point, it was a 50-50 fight. Fabian Edwards is like a worse Leon Edwards. Like he fights the exact same way, but never makes his point. I don't know. Yeah, he's horrible. I don't understand why everybody loves Ngannou.
What? He hasn't fought MMA in almost 3 years, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he had a very close fight with Anthony Joshua in boxing. Could have gone either way.
I bet so much money on. People were mad at me for saying
I didn't, and I told you why. Because Joshua cannot take a punch, but yeah, that was expected.
I literally bet that's the biggest I've ever bet on a boxing match, hands down.
Bro, imagine he had caught Joshua. Like he cannot box, but imagine he had caught Joshua. Everybody thought he was the second coming because fat Gypsy Tyson Fury embarrassed himself against Ngannou. You bet so much on Tyson Fury too, and he was kind of robbed. I remember that. I wasn't watching the fight. I was out partying, and I get a text, bro. Ngannou's going to win this. I was like, well, I was Andrews on crack.
Yeah, well, the issue there is I kept betting it live because I was just like, this isn't gonna last.
Yeah, he's going to take over.
And at the end of the night, I have like however much money on Ngannou or on Tyson. I'm like, oh my god.
If he had caught Joshua, bro, it would have been insane. Like, oh, Dana White should have never let him go. They would have made him president of Wakanda or something. I hate the guy. It was very sad what happened to his son, or that was.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's terrible, of course.
But everybody pretends that happens and you get a free pass for everything. You know what I mean? It's like when you die or when you get cancer, you suddenly cannot do any wrongs. It's the best thing you can do. Die. After you die, you were the best. Everybody's like, oh yeah, he was the best.
Hoping.
Everybody's talking about the baseball, and I don't get any tweets.
I've a lot to a little.
That would be close.
What?
The odds? That would be close. Like, are we going to have this debate again?
Would be close?
The odds. Magic plus knife against Ngannou, he's not that big.
I mean, it would be like -1 million for you. It's a knife.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You said they'd be close.
The odds would be close, yeah. People wouldn't make me -500.
I'll lay the 500 there.
I mean, I would probably die. Like, how long would it take for him to bleed out? He's huge.
I honestly don't even want to think about that. What a terrible question.
I don't know, bro. Like, I'm not going to watch a single NBA game until the playoffs. And then first game of the playoffs, we roll the power of friendship algorithm and go from there. I think. Do you know who I think is going to win the NBA? Honestly, the Timberwolves.
I don't know who's good and who's not.
I think the Timberwolves are going to win. Anthony Edwards is him. I mean, he's old as fuck, right? He's what, 37?
Haven't bet anything for next week. That's not true.
I don't know why people think that Spanish people care about that. It's only some weirdos on Twitter. Like, Topuria is not Spanish. He's from Georgia.
I haven't seen it. Okay, now you have my attention here, pal.
Anthony Smith is plus 600 against Dominic Reyes?
I have to check that. There's no way.
No way he's plus 600. Against Dominic Reyes?
There's not even a line for that yet. I just typed it into the odds screen.
When is that even?
I don't know.
Whoa. December 8th. The December 8th card is kind of a banger. Belal Muhammad's funeral. Yeah, people love betting Rakic. You are going to bet Rakic, I just know it. For sure, you are betting Rakic.
Me? I don't know.
Yeah, 100% you are betting Rakic plus 300.
I don't know who that is.
Chubby bets. That's the guy that blocked me. That's Moicano's friend.
That doesn't really narrow it down. A lot of people have blocked him.
No, not really.
No.
That's the guy that said he had bet I don't know how much money, obviously fake, on Moicano at a price that wasn't real, to win a grappling match against. I think it was against the Chase Hooper. Yeah, you know Chubby bets. He hates me. I didn't do anything. I just tweeted a tweet mocking that. No big deal.
He knows. He knows that when it's his time, he'll be there.
Check this.
How's he? I'm gonna check how he's doing this year. Hang on, let me find his bet MMA. You're gonna get my reaction to MMA Lock of the Nights 2024 betting year live in the studio. All right, let's see. Does he go by Lock or LOTN?
I don't know. He blocked me after. Do you know why he blocked me? In reality.
Oh wait, I'm on the wrong guy's page.
Because
why?
He didn't take the Cowboys. I told him if he had taken the Cowboys, none of this would have happened.
I remember that.
Against the Panthers. Like, Dak was electric that night.
All right. I found this page. View handicapper stats.
Dude, somebody just sent me the odds for Smith versus Reyes, and it's true. Smith plus 605. I don't know if this is...
Hold up. Lost half my bankroll on what? I've been having a hell of a run.
Can you see this?
No.
No, it's real. Anthony Smith plus 605 against Dominic Reyes. What did you... I mean, it's true. Okay, it's true. Andrew lost half his bankroll on Korean ping pong.
Hold on. Oh, I was so confused. That's funny. Yes, I got a few months. It's a long story. I have been for a little while now. Lock of the Night's up 57 units this year.
He's doing better than me.
Why are more people not talking about this?
Probably because he stole a lot of money to make a new kitchen.
Yeah, but like people love a good comeback story. That was what, 2 years ago now? 3 years ago, whatever.
People hate Indian people on Twitter. That's why.
I'm impressed. I mean, I got to go through these. I'll do a little more investigative work later, but
I may check later. I may make a Warner account to check on the Lucky Lock of the night.
All right, last card. He had a parlay of Dawson and Taramov. Njokuani with Fleury, that's not the UFC.
Well, who is this Emilio Garcia? I mean, Emilio Garcia sounds very Mexican, but I'm going to give you a chance. What did you say?
Who?
He said, block me after I said about. You probably said something offensive to me. I don't block people for whatever. What did you say? Type it. Emilio, don't make me get the whip.
There's no such thing. Don't even go there.
I mean, it's happening already.
Okay.
Don't you see Umar Nurmagomedov, Kasim Umar? Do you know Kasim Umar? You follow this sport, right?
Very familiar.
He's going to fight Jan Leftovers, which effectively makes Jan the number one contender.
Gotcha. They might give him a title shot if he beats Figueiredo, which he will.
I mean, after how they robbed him against Tomiki.
After they did what?
Robbed him. Like, nobody saw him win that fight. Like, the only people that saw O'Malley win that fight were his Fortnite fans, Tim Welch and Andrew Gombas, who bet on him. Nobody else.
Oh my God. Some things never change.
I mean, it's true. Crazy how Merab humiliated him, bro. Yeah, there's no way I block you for that. You were probably a reincident offender or something. There's no way I would block you for that. Maybe I just didn't like your name. I don't know.
That could be it.
That was like 7 months ago. Are you sleeping well? It's crazy. People are crazy on Twitter. I mean, Anthony Smith is calling for a title shot if he wins as a plus 600.
He should get it too.
Yeah, undeniable. But I don't know if Boateng wants that work.
Listen, if that fight happened a few years ago, I would 100% bet Anthony Smith at like big dog odds. Like,
yeah, no shit, Sherlock. He was minus 200 against Glover Teixeira.
Yeah.
Teixeira beat his ass like a fucking wrecking ball. That was insane.
Yeah.
Jason Herzog had so much money on the over that night. That was insane. That was one of the worst I have ever seen. Like he stopped him like 5 times. Bellis is not pulling out. Yeah, who is he going to fight if not? Yeah. He gave his teeth to Jason. That was crazy. Do you remember
money line. It will be my leg.
He was beating him so bad that Glover started apologizing. Like, I'm sorry, Anthony.
Yeah. What's both your fights of the year so far? Good question.
That already happened. I don't even remember because I will have to think about all the fights. Like if Renan Ferreira knocks Ngannou out tomorrow, for sure that one.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to give a real answer here.
I don't really want to think.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Ribovic versus Selhuber was fine. Oh, that guy just said the same fight. I mean, Ribovic stopped him, but Jason Herzog had to make me lose a lot of money again. Had Ribovic inside plus 550 and the under there. That was disgusting.
All right. Well, we're back. Hopefully, we'll be back next week too for the Topuria versus Holloway card. Any parting words for the people?
Why are people not betting Max Holloway, the almighty Max Holloway, plus 180? You can get him at plus 180. Max Holloway, the blessed one. The Blessed Express is back, baby. Take him now that you can before he moves to favorite. Everybody on Twitter is picking Holloway, and not half. Like seems everybody on the UFC roster is picking Holloway. Why wouldn't they bet him?
Maybe they will. We'll see.
Plus 250 on Caesars if you want to take the plus one. Plus 180 on DraftKings. Going down. You may miss the line. Bet
There
now.
you go.
Max Holloway. Max Jerome Holloway. I mean, he has a huge edge on experience.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.